The following program is a Nighthawk Network presentation.
Long as I wake up in the morning, I'ma get a bag. Get a bag, yeah, I'ma get a bag. Long as I wake up in the morning, I'ma get a bag. Get a bag, yeah, I'ma get a bag. Long as I wake up in the morning, I'ma get a bag. Get a bag, yeah, I'ma get a bag. Long as
And now we give you the host of Straight Sports Talk with Coach Vincent, Coach Vincent.
What up, what up, what up, everybody? I hope everybody had an awesome day today, man. Had an amazing week, man. It's cold out here in the D, boy. It's freezing. I put my thick sweat, Michigan sweat hood and cap on today. But anyway, I want to give a shout out to everybody, man, that's coming on. We have Mr. PJ Thomas, quarterback for the Georgia Indians arena football team playing out of the AAL2. We have Miss Tia Hawkins, who is the head coach for the Carolina Stars. And we also have Mr. Jordan Dominic. Man, I can't wait to get to this man here, boy. 'Cause we got a whole lot to talk about. He's with Rank Up Athletic Spotlight Athlete of the Week, man. So tune in tonight. We finna go down through there. But first off, man, I want to say this, man, and it's about and Big Easy. You can step in if you like. I recently got an article. Hey, Ro, I recently got an article. I think it was a couple of days ago. About the IAF, which is the International Arena Football League, and you having players that's overseas that's basically stranded, basically not getting paid, basically not done got kicked out of their hotels or houses or whatever it may be because they have not been getting paid. But my first guess is on. We're gonna get back to that, but I want to give a shout out to Mr. Frederick Elliott for putting the news out there for coaches and owners. But anyway, our first guest is coming on. Come on in, young man. Welcome to Straight Sports Talk. How you doing, sir?
Good. How you doing? How you doing?
Man,
Appreciate you
I'm
having me.
doing good, man. Man, here it is. It's summertime and I'm all bundled up, man. That ain't even fair. Hey, you can close that sunroof, bro.
Yeah, man.
Welcome to Straight Sports Talk, man. Tell everybody about yourself, team you
Uh,
play for, in the position.
how y'all doing? I'm PJ Thomas, former quarterback with the Indians, Georgia Indians. Yes, sir.
Okay, so how long you been playing ball, and what made you get off to playing arena football with the Georgia Indians?
Uh, I've been playing football, since I was a kid.
Uh-huh.
But I recently stopped when I got around 20, 21, 22. I've been driving trucks. I was a CDL truck driver. I recently just
Okay.
got back into football about 2 years ago. Everybody put me on hip with arena. So ever since then, it just took off from there.
So now that was your first time playing arena ball. What was your take on it? Being it's closed in, 50 yards, 8 man, and you got that wall that's not gonna agree with you.
I, actually I love it. Yeah, the game to me is more faster. It's quicker. It's a one-on-one match, which I like one-on-ones. So I like exposing anything I can expose. So to me, I feel like it's like one of them games, the Madden Blitz games.
Hmm.
So it's just fun to me.
Okay, okay, okay. So quarterback for the Georgia Indians, which is the owner of the head coach, is a very good friend of mine, Coach Leonard Holmes. Shout out to Coach Leonard Holmes, man.
Yes, sir.
Um, how did you get in contact with Mr. Holmes?
Mr. Holmes, well, I ain't gonna say Mr. Holmes. That's aunt to me because he used to coach my brother back in the day when he owned semi-pro the Georgia Cardinals.
That and I was a part of that.
Okay, see, my
I was
brother
one of the
Dorian,
coaches.
my brother Dorian played with y'all.
Okay, I know that's my man.
Yeah, yeah.
That's my
So
man.
I've been knowing Leonard since then. I was one of the little bad kids running around with the balls and stuff or whatever. So yeah,
So, man, that take me back because I remember we was in Alabama. We played a team out of Alabama, and I remember Dorian dropped a touchdown pass in the end zone. Could have won us the game. I remember that like it's clear
yeah.
as day, man.
I'm trying to get him back in football mode too. Like he supposed to be coming back this upcoming season with the Indians as well. So
Oh, that's what's up, man. That's what's
uh,
up. So, what high school you played at when you was living down there in Georgia?
I went to Marietta High School for two
Okay.
years, and then I had got moved to my pops in Texas. So I was going to Shoemaker High School out of Killeen, Texas.
Oh, that them they ball down there in
Yeah,
Killeen,
yeah,
Texas.
different breed of ball down there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. Very different from Georgia.
yes,
So
sir.
how
Very
was it?
different.
So how was it when you was down there and to get you to say, well, then when you left high school, you stepped away from a while for a while. You know,
Yeah.
how was it down there and for you to step away from it?
I mean, I had a like my story very interesting because when I went out there, Texas is a big state for football. They
Yeah.
all they breed is football, so it's
Yeah.
way different than Georgia than how Georgia moved with football. But when I had moved from Georgia to Texas, it actually kind of messed me up with my credit situation. So going into my senior year, where it's supposed to be my explicit, my exposure year, I ain't really had that senior year because they didn't set my credits.
Mm.
So it's like I had to take the background. I had to go a different route. Like I ain't get to have a senior year. I ain't get to graduate high school. I ended up getting my GED.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I had to go the JUCO route, and I actually played basketball in college. I ain't play football, so
What? So
yeah.
how was that like switching from the football to the basketball?
It was easy. I mean, we did breed athletes in our family. Like everybody played three-way sports, so it was just something comfortable. I mean, I was always a basketball first person. I wasn't ever a
Right.
football first. I just did football because my uncles, my brother, everybody else was doing it. So I'm
Right.
like, yeah, I can do it too.
Okay. 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 That's what's up. So
Uh,
now, you working, driving trucks and everything. So what was the desire for you to get back into football?
really, why not? Like, why not do it? Why not see if you can take it that far? Just really pushing myself to see if I can push myself to make the pros and stuff like that. To be honest,
So where do you see yourself? Now you playing, in a developmental league, the AA. Hey, Coach Leonard said, "Yes, sir." What's up, Coach? Um, Playing in the AAL 2, and hey, Miss Roberts, shout out to you. In the AAL 2. So what is it that you trying to get out of it? He said he played like Bronny James.
ah,
Oh, he capping on you. Hey, coach, why
yeah,
you capping on my man? Hey, he
that's
capping on
crazy.
you, man. You got your own coach capping on you, man.
Yeah, man, he don't want to let nobody else shine. He got to have the spotlight. He's still talking about the Green Bay Bombers and stuff.
So how was it, man, when being back um and playing in the AAL2, and what is it that you're trying to get out of it?
Just trying to see how far I can go. Like, what limit I can reach. Like, am I capable of pushing myself to be, to that higher tier? Like, I got signed to the Omaha Beef in the off season. Like, after I broke my leg, I
Yeah.
got signed to Omaha Beef. I went out there for camp, but they was more so on. I don't know what they was on. I ended up getting traded to the Southwest Kansas Storm, but I never went because I felt some type of way. So I ended up coming back home, just taking this year off.
Oh, okay, okay. So the opportunity, presents itself. So are you putting the work in, to perfect your craft, to shine to where to that, these owners and coaches would notice you?
Right,
Are you
right.
putting the work in for that?
Uh, really, for me, it's just more so running every day, running, cutting, trying to get that feel back in my leg where I can plant, cut, and take off. Cause I was a dual threat quarterback. If the passes weren't open, I take off running. If they come down crashing on running, I'm able to throw the ball. So it's like basically trying to get my mojo back in that running and get that, get my knee back in motion.
Okay. So you just said, a couple seconds ago, you had an injury, you broke your leg. Well, guess it was your knee, right?
Yeah.
So how is your the process coming along now?
It's been a long 11 months, but I'm all cleared. Everything's smooth. If, it's day by day. It's really more mentally than
Yeah,
physically.
yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
so
yeah.
I mean, it's a day-to-day process, but I feel like I'm moving good with it.
So what is you doing, to test your knee out? I know Coach Leonard say he gonna be starting the season up in the 2027 season. So what is you doing to see if your knee is ready?
I actually see nobody knows, but I actually just played in the game Saturday, a semi-pro game, just to see where I'm at, like my leg and stuff at.
Okay.
And it surprised me because I rushed for a rushing touchdown. I threw two touchdowns. Like so, it's like it's still there. It's just all mental from this point on. Like it's just mental.
Yeah. So what is it gonna take to get you out of that mental state? Because I know a lot of people, they have Achilles, they have the knee, stuff like that. What is it gonna take you to get out of that mental state? You just said you played your first football game, semi-pro, and bam, you ran for a touchdown, you threw for a touchdown. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What is it gonna get that mental? Because it's mind over everything.
I really feel like me getting that first hit on that leg. I haven't been hit like tackled on that leg. So I feel like once I get that first, actual game hit on that leg, it's really gonna show me like where I'm at.
Okay. This my producer, Straight Sports Talk,
So how you
Big
doing, sir?
East.
Yeah, see, right now I'm sitting here about 5'10", 350. I hit that leg. You know if it still work or not. Yeah, but definitely credit you for your resiliency and being back on your journey.
No doubt.
My question is, I don't know what particular age you are in, but what I'm finding is as we interview more people in the developmental football leagues, some people are in it because they just had that love and passion for the game and they just want to play as long as they physically can. And some people they still have higher aspirations. Where do you fall into in that whole mindset?
Good question.
Great question. I feel like I fall in my own category of what if I can go put this amount of effort in, what can it take me? Like, I wouldn't say like I got the love for the game. 'Cause obviously, you got to have the love of the game to play the game. But yeah, it's just where can I go with it? To be honest, I ain't really thought that process through.
Yeah, but see now it's the time to think that process too, man. Like Big Easy said, we don't know your age frame. You might be 25, 26. We don't know. You might be in your 30s.
Yeah, I'm
That's
30. I'm 30.
okay. But you still
Yeah,
got
you're right there.
yeah, you still got some years you can play in the UFL or CFL, something like that. But the thing is, you got to get your process in your mind together on what you want to do first and
Right.
foremost. You know what I'm saying, and then
Yeah.
balance your life skills out.
Okay, yeah, one more thing, Coach, before we
Go
move
ahead,
forward
coach.
here.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I definitely want to acknowledge Coach Cody right here. He said he has a special announcement he wants to make. So if you're still there, Coach Cody, go ahead and put in the comments and we'll talk about it later.
What did you want to? Okay, yeah, but yeah, you just gotta, trust your process, man. And put your mind at what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
you gonna take you how far you want to go. It's up
Facts.
to you on what you want to do, man. You know what I'm saying? Um, you don't want to be like these cats 37, 30, 38 still playing semi pro ball going back in their glory years. You have a lot to offer right now. So you got to put in your mind on the sacrifices you're going to make as a football player, the sacrifices you're going to make as a husband, sacrifice you're going to make as a father. You know what I'm saying? The
Yeah.
sacrifices you're gonna make as a teammate. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta balance all these things out, man. And then you have to have the right support system. So by you being the quarterback, you the flow general.
Yeah.
You is gonna take how far you want to go. So how you see it. Like, what do you really want out of it? You playing arena ball, and it's a lot of it's. You went to the Omaha Beach, and some of them teams, no disrespect to them or nothing like that, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
It is what it is. You still got to come with your A game.
Right.
You still got to come with your A game. Everything ain't gonna just be handed. Let me stop the preaching, man. You got me in my coaching preaching mode, man.
Nah, go ahead, man. Going in. Reverend
you know,
Vincent.
but yeah, man. But that's how it is, man. Everything is not gonna be handed. Everything, you got to fight for. You got to work for, and you got to show them that, hey, I belong. Cause the same thing with Coach Leonard. He know you got skills. He know
All
you,
right.
but he ain't gonna hand it to you.
Facts.
He ain't gonna hand it to you. Cause I know him. Cause I coach with him. We coached together with the
Yeah.
Georgia Cardinals. So I know him. He was the offensive coordinator, head coach. I was the defensive coordinator. We did it together, me and him. You know, with the Georgia Indians, man, y'all just had a big loss. Somebody real close and dear. You know, uh, Big Jumbo.
Yeah, man.
Bigfoot. I call him
Big.
Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Um, and he, made rest in paradise, man. So with the Georgia Indians, with the missing of my guy, how you feel about the Georgia Indians in this upcoming season, man?
I feel like it's about to be something special. It's about to be. There's gonna be a lot of emotion, but it's definitely gonna be something special. And I
Yeah, I
feel
was kind
bad.
of,
I feel bad for the team who line up on the other side.
yeah, because y'all got some get back to do. Y'all got some
Yeah.
get back, especially with the Mississippi Whoopay.
Hey,
Y'all got,
kid you not. They actually just reached out asking if I wanted to come over there and play quarterback with them. So
oh yeah,
yeah.
oh okay. Is they bringing some of these in?
I don't know. I don't know.
Hey, hey, Coach Leonard, I'm just messing. I'm just messing with you, man. So, playing arena ball, man, you know, what is it like from playing 11 man and playing 8-man arena ball?
Just quicker time. You got to get the ball out faster because you ain't got that 5 man down. Receivers got to run their routes a little shorter instead of trying to do all the finesse with it. It's just all about being quick with the game.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is. It is. So you like the arena ball better than the outdoor? I mean, which one you?
Yeah, I like arena better than outdoor. I
Yeah,
like the way the flow of the game go quicker. The game go quicker. I like being in an inside environment, nice in that sun, slaving.
yeah. Well, hold on now. It be hot as hell in them damn arenas now, cause you know
I don't know.
they
We be having some AC. I don't know what arenas you be in.
well, the one I've been in, boy, it be feel like I'm in Alabama, boy, and Georgia
Yeah.
at the same time, man. But for real. But can you tell me about you know, you, I don't know if you're aware of the IAL, which is the
That's the
International
international.
Arena League. Um, how you feel about these players that's going over there that's being stranded, man? You know, owners not doing the things that they supposed to do to protect the players because it's all about y'all. It's not about the owners. It's not about the coaches. It's about the players who put their hard work, they sweat, they blood, they sacrifice, leaving their families, their wives, and all that. To go to another state or go to another country.
Right.
How you feel about that?
This is actually the first I'm hearing. I ain't no players over there stranded.
Whoo,
I ain't know. 'Cause I had a couple. I got a couple people that I know that supposed to be playing with the Arizona Juggernauts. So I honestly ain't even know they stranded. Like folks stranded over there.
yeah, it is, man. And it's sad. You have a Coach Leonard, man. I can talk very highly about him, man. He a great dude, great owner, and he about to play because he a player. He's a player's coach, But to say this to these owners that's doing these things and these coaches that's misleading these players to make mistakes, not make, but that these owners and coaches is making mistakes to not taking care of these players, man. What you have to say about that?
I mean, I feel like a lot of these owners don't really look out for the players. They never been about the player. They've been about just themselves and what they can produce from the organization. Uh,
Facts.
Saying that, I'm not gonna put no organization down, but from what I seen, that's what I seen. Like we just another number. We not really something y'all focus on or something y'all really care about.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's like a hard topic to speak on because it's hard to find them coaches or organizations that really gonna look out for your best interests.
yeah, yeah. They
Yeah,
put you in the place where you need to be. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Cause
Yeah,
they
no
can they
doubt.
can call you, and sugarcoat you this woo 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 this to get you to come up there, but they ain't really care about your best interest.
No doubt, no doubt. And I could say, man, Coach Leonard, man, he a stand up dude, man. He a stand up coach, man.
I mean,
No doubt.
once he get rid of that Michigan stuff, then yeah, he a good
Hey,
coach.
see that? See right now, man. Right now, see you one of them bulldogs. See that's the
Nah,
problem, man.
nah, I'm LSU all day, man.
Oh man, y'all listen, listen. Y'all still got some ways to go, man.
Yeah.
Y'all still. That's right, Big Easy. You know,
Yeah.
hey, we Michigan, we diehard Michigan fans, bro, hands
Hey.
down. But look, man, how can people find out, more about your football career, as well as the Georgia Indians?
Uh, I mean, you can find out more about me on PJ Thomas on all platforms. With the Indians, Georgia Indians on Facebook. I think Leonard got a Georgia Indians page on Instagram. I don't know if he started that up or not. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Well, look, man, I'm gonna be following you. You know, and making sure see how things going with you, man, as far as your football career, man. Um, I think you still got it in you. I still think you want that chance to, elevate your game, man. And
Yes,
and
sir.
it's on and LSU Nation. You mean Death
Yeah,
Valley,
Big Death Valley,
man?
the
Come
real
on,
one,
man. Hey,
man.
hey, Cody, you ain't making no
Not
announcements on here.
Clemson, Death Valley. You feel
Cody, you ain't making no announcements on my show. It's over with. So, but but yeah, man. I'm gonna be following you, man. And it is a lot of opportunities out there. Um, I hope you and pray that you go and find it, and they seek you. Just play your game, man. Play your game. Be the best of the best out there.
for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So hey, I'm like I say, I'm gonna be checking in, man, and I want you to come on the show again, and talk about, hey, man, I'm playing with this professional team now out in Las Vegas. You know what I'm saying? So
Facts.
yeah,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
facts.
saying. So put the work in, man.
I actually gonna be tapping in with you because me and my brody starting a podcast called Tap In.
Okay,
So we getting that started up or whatever. So I'm gonna be reaching out to you to like get
please
the
do,
intakes of
please
how to,
do,
you know.
please do. And also, man, I talk with Coach Leonard about this, because it is some opportunities, man. So I'm gonna talk to Coach Leonard about this, man. So look, you have a good night. I know it's Friday night in Georgia, and
Yes, sir.
I know people like to go hang out, and go get their
Yeah.
party on. you know,
Yes,
listen, man.
sir.
You're always welcome to come on Straight Sports Talk, man. I thank you for coming on Straight Sports Talk, man. I wish you all the success in life and in your football career. You
Yes,
know,
sir. I appreciate
yeah, I already know, Coach Leonard. I already know.
you. Yeah, man, your bald head, you late, man.
Yeah,
Rub
you
some
real
oil on
late,
your
man.
head, man.
Everybody, Mr. P.J. Thomas, quarterback for the Georgia Indians. Thank you.
All right.
Uh, have a good one, brother.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
Go blue. Go blue.
Nah.
Go blue. Hey, that was Mr. P.J. Thomas, quarterback for the Georgia Indians arena football team playing out of the AAL2 Developmental Football Professional Football League. I'm looking to hear more things about that young man. Man, he, for what Coach Leonard was telling me, man, he got some amazing talent and amazing skills. He just said for himself, he scored a touchdown and he threw for 2 touchdowns in his first semi-pro game back. So congratulations on that, man, and many, many more to come, young man. I'll be filing up and catching up on you. So our next guest is coming up, man. Listen, I can't wait to talk to this young lady here, man. Matter of fact, I'm gonna let her do all the announcements. Tell everybody about herself. Come on in, Miss Hopkins, Coach Hopkins. Come on in.
Yeah. How
Welcome to
you,
Sports Talk.
how you doing?
I'm doing well. So tell everybody about yourself, team you coaching, announcements you want to make. Let's get to it.
Oh man, you put me on the spot, you know. I thought you were gonna kick up
Hey, well, hey,
the exciting stuff, you know. Yeah, I
ain't
don't
no
think
war yet.
anything about myself is exciting, but we could chop it up. Yeah, I was just announced head coach of the international team for the AWFL. We're heading over to Germany to compete in October. It's an absolute honor. Thank you.
It is. It is. It is. And the first women from the AWFL to get that position as well. It takes a lot of hard work, a lot of mentoring, a lot of dedication, into being a coach and being a teacher of the game. But you also was a former player. So let's talk about that.
Yeah, I think it was, man, I'm dating myself. It was early 2000s, maybe like 2003. I was in college in Miami. I graduated high school in Greenville, South Carolina, so Miami was really exciting. I played basketball in high school, Didn't go. I went to college on a academic scholarship, so I was kind of missing the team deal. And one of my friends was like, "Hey, there's this football thing going on. You should come try out." I was like, "Football?" She's like, "Yeah, tackle football." So I went, tried out. Don't know how I made the team, but I made the team. And once I realized that, and pardon my frankness, but not only was physical assault allowed, it was encouraged. I was in. So I loved it. I was hooked. So I actually played for the Miami Fury. I was part of that organization for 4 years, and then I moved to New York and started playing for the New York Sharks. And that's where I retired. I became a general manager there, offensive line coach there. When they became the New York Wolves, I was a general manager and coach there as well. But yeah, the journey was awesome. I started on D line, played O line, played some fullback. When I retired because my body couldn't do it anymore, I was at middle linebacker.
Wow. Oh, you was putting some wood down.
All the bang
Look
bang
at-
tear your
Oh,
body up
yeah,
positions, man. Yeah.
yeah. And that's crazy that you hear about women playing tackle football like the men. Why is it that women is not getting the recognition that they deserve? And there's some great athletes out there.
Yeah, there's a lot of great athletes out there. I think it's a number of things. Everything comes down to the almighty dollar, right? And so you have to have money to make money, unfortunately. And then there's still some, I would say, naysayers, that whether women should be playing football or not.
But they
And
boxing though.
oh yeah,
They
doing all
boxing.
the things.
Oh,
But
hold on. But they playing hockey.
absolutely, doing all the things.
Man.
But I mean, I think the thing about football specifically, though, because think about basketball, that's something that little girls play. You could play that in elementary school, middle school, high school, and it still took the WNBA forever to become what it is today. So when you look at something as non traditional as tackle football, it's like, I don't know about that. And I think the other thing, too, is yes, there's a lot of great athletes out there, but you don't have women playing not a lot of women playing from a very young age like men
Right.
do, right? And so the level of play varies, right, depending on when women started to play. So I think that's part of it as well.
Yeah, and the teaching and grooming the women on how to play the game as
Yeah.
well. Yeah. So you are the head coach of the Carolina Stars.
Yeah.
Um, tell us about the team and the direction that is going, how the season been going in the AWFL.
Yeah, so this is our second season in existence. It came about because when I stopped coaching the local teams years ago because my professional career took off. And then I started coaching with an international team because I wasn't done giving back to the game. So I coached with AFE, offensive line coach there. And I just got bit by the bug. And Dale Glossinger, the leader of that organization, lives in North Carolina. And when my wife and I decided we were moving to North Carolina, he was like, "It's time to start up a team." And so I was like, let me think about it. I got away from that life, and if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it right. I had a lot to think about, right? Because I didn't want to do it halfway. Had to talk to my wife, make sure she understood the
Right.
commitment. And so
Shout out
we
to your wife. Shout out
Yes,
to
but Vanessa Hopkins could not do any of this without her. Would not do any of this without
her.
her. She heads up all the operations, so she's off the field. I'm on the field, and it's a power couple on a lot of levels. But so yeah, we started the team last year. We were fortunate that we were able to, I'll say, seed the team with players, with a lot of the international players that I had built relationships with, that Coach Glossinger had built relationships with over the years. And so the interesting thing about our team is that I would say about half the team does not live in North Carolina. So you're talking about not just keeping women engaged because they have lives and jobs and kids and everything. Like I'm running a program that's basically two teams, my local players, my remote players, making everybody part of the same system and having to bring that all together and compete. So it's challenging. And we're in our second season. Last year in our first season, we went to the second round of playoffs, which I think is great for an inaugural season. And
Yeah,
we talking championship this year. So that's the mission. I mean, that's the mission
yeah,
every year, right?
yeah. Hey, look, the way y'all playing, look like from what I've been seeing. You have a great football team over there. The structure that y'all have over there is amazing from
Yeah,
what
thank
I
you.
see. What was the built to get to change the culture for y'all from last season to this season now? For y'all to bond together, to have that focus. Oh, we winning the whole thing in the AWFL this year.
I wouldn't necessarily call it a culture shift. I'm very fortunate that, well, I mean, I do think it starts at the top, right? So I have to lay
Facts.
down what standards and expectations are. But I'm also a firm believer that a leader is only as good as the people that choose to follow them,
Facts.
because they don't have to choose to follow you. So I know that I have to be a leader that is capable of being followed. I have to ensure that my team knows that I believe in them so that they believe in me, because there's a trust that has to be there for any type of organization to be successful. And so for me, when players that are traveling come back another year and traveling, when they have all these options in terms of teams that they could play for, where they could spend their time, that's a big deal for me. So it's important to me to ensure that, yes, we're here to play football, but this has to be an experience. It has to feel like family, and anybody
Facts.
that can't buy into that system can't be a part of my program.
Hey, you hit it right on the nail. You hit it. And listen, for all you guys that's out there playing ball, I hope y'all heard what she just said, what Coach said. She has players that's not living in North Carolina. So that means they traveling a distance to come play. So how is that the women to balance their lives out from work, family, football,
Yeah.
all in that one sense right there? How they balancing it out and then make it to practice?
Yeah, it's a delicate balance for them, and it's a delicate balance for me, because all of the things in our lives that we're committed to are commitments. And sometimes priorities have to move and shift, and it's difficult as a coach to get a message that, hey, I'm not going to make it to practice tonight, but who am I to say football is more important than your kids, or football is more important than your job, or football is more important than your rest? That's why the standard has to be set, the trust has to be there, and we are a culture of accountability. So if someone calls me and says they can't make it, then I have to have the type of relationship with them that I believe they can't make it. Now, that doesn't happen often because of the culture, they think about it. It's a thought, like, yes, I'm tired. Yes, I worked all day. Yes, my kids are getting on my nerves, but I committed to this program. I committed to this team. And when I fall down a notch, my team comes down a notch with me. That's the mentality. And so I think it's a balance between accountability. It's a balance of trust, but also it's a balance of respect. These women pay to play football. So that's kind of a hard thing for a coach, because if I was paying them to play, I'm like, yo, you got to be here. I'm sorry. This is your job. It's what you got to do, but this is a choice, right? And so having that respect that, yes, they're choosing and they're paying to be here, and you just got to give them a little bit of latitude and understand that life happens, and don't make people feel guilty for being people.
Real, for real. This is my producer, Straight Sports Talk. I call him Big Easy. This E Buck. This coach right here.
How you doing?
Hey, Coach T, thank you for coming on. We appreciate you. What we notice as we talk to certain people, some people who are coaches, they are just basically X's and O's, and that's what they know. The real coaches, the people that truly are ingrained to where years later you be like, yeah, Coach T, that was my coach, blah, 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 blah. They are the people that are not only X's and O people, but also leaders of men and women. You
Thanks.
clearly are that. So, that being said, I have no questions. I'm going to get out your kitchen and keep letting you cook.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah, no doubt. So how do you feel about that? Because it's we have a lot of owners, and it's not a bashing anyone. You have a lot of owners that's not owners. You have a lot of coaches that's not coaches. How you separate your coaches from the ones that's out there just want to try to make a name for themselves?
I mean, I think coaches that are in it for the wrong reasons are very easy to spot. They just move differently. There are coaches that lean in, and you can tell they care about the players as people, because you have to reach. These are grown women. these aren't like middle school, high school kids that you could just tell them what to do and then call their parents if they're not acting right. Like these are women with lives that are making their own choices, and you have to give them a reason to believe in you. You know, players can be on a team that win a championship and have the worst season that they've ever had because of culture, because of coaching, because they don't feel seen, they don't feel heard, whatever that is. And then players can be on a team with a losing season and have the best season that they ever had because it feels like family, because they felt safe. You know, a lot of women play football because they need a place to feel seen. They need a family outside their family. They want to feel
Facts.
heard. They want to feel like they're having an impact, and they need to be provided that. So any coach that's just showing up so they can add another bullet to their resume will be exposed in my program very quickly because it's not just about X's and O's. You got to reach the person if you want the X's and O's to even have a chance at seeking in. I believe that, you know, you have coaches that are like, I don't understand why you don't understand that. It's so easy. I told you 10 times. My response to that is if you told her 10 times and she still doesn't get it, that's a you problem,
Yep.
not a her problem. Your
Facts.
job as a coach
Facts.
is to meet her where she is,
Yeah, he is.
speak to
Facts.
her in a language that she can understand, and position this information in a way that she can pick up what you're putting down. If you can't do that, that means you might be great at football, but you're not a great coach.
Yeah. And I agree with you so much with that because my first year with this team, the Midwestern Bulldogs, their first 2 years they didn't have a coach. Um, when I came in, I was the only coach, so I had to meet them on their playing field. You know what I'm saying? So I get what you're saying because each player has a different mentality, and you have to meet each player, on their level, but bring them up to your level so they can understand what you're doing. You are so right. You are so right. You man, and there's a lot of coaches need to really understand that, if they're gonna be out here, because it ain't just about the X and O. It's about teaching the game on the field and off the field as well.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so with the Carolina Stars season, how the season been going? I think I looked at the thing y'all sitting at in the top 10 somewhere right now.
Yeah, I think we're seventh in the
Seven,
conference,
yeah, somewhere around
and hope
there.
I'm not misspeaking. I think last time I checked, third,
Huh?
third in the division, I believe,
Yeah, I think it's in the top 10 somewhere in there.
in the conference. Yeah.
Uh, yeah. So this season, how's it been? Um, what is it from the last game that y'all played? What is it y'all gonna do to take in from the next game that y'all play?
So interesting that I'm talking to you after the way the last game we played went down. There's this ebb and flow in women's football, right? And I'm going to start at the end of the season. By the end of the season is when everything starts to come together, start to align, they start to enjoy it, and then it's over. And it's like I miss it, I miss it, I miss it. When are we starting up again? When are we starting up again? And we start up, and about 3 months in, it's like, okay, now we got to fight for engagement because now they're ready to play. Now they're getting bored, not studying as much. And then you get to that first game and it's like, oh, the wake up call. Okay, now here's what
Yeah,
we need to focus on, right? So we had a good first game. We won, I think, 44 to nothing against the Huntsville Tigers. And then we went to Atlanta and did the exact opposite. We
yeah,
lost 46 to nothing.
yeah,
And that
yeah.
is
I didn't want to say the score,
yeah,
so
listen, it is what it is, you know,
yeah,
own it.
yeah,
As a head coach, you get all the glory and all the blame, right?
yeah,
And
yeah.
so X's and O's are part of it. But I tell my team all the time, I am not here to make you want to be here. I'm not here to make you want to be great. I'm here to put you in the best position to be successful and tell you how to get there. I can't make you want it though. And so, sometimes you have those games where it's incredibly frustrating because the team that you're looking at on the field is not the team that
Different
you know
team.
you have. And
Yeah,
that's what
yeah.
happened in Atlanta. We spent a lot of the week just it was it was more about taking accountability for things that folks were taking for granted and deprioritizing, et cetera. And it just showed up in a really big way. So now everybody's, got their act right in them and awake and locked in. and we're going to see how that shows up next weekend when we go back to Atlanta to take on the champs, the Georgia Vipers.
Oh wow, that's gonna be a good game there.
Yeah.
So now I ask this question a lot. Why is it that flag football is getting so more promoted than the tackle football?
I'm not one to make, declarative statements without tons of research. So I'm going to say, world according to Tia, my best guess is that it has something to do with backing. If you look at the organizations that are behind, flag football, I mean, NFL is one of the biggest ones. But as an organization, the NFL is not behind any specific women's tackle football league. And so, like earlier when I said it takes money to make money, the more money you have behind you to make people see you, the more people see you. And that's, I think, something to that degree is what's going to have to happen in women's football. I mean, there's a lot of things that needs to happen in the world of women's football to better position women's football for that type of opportunity. Like there's a bunch of leagues. There's way more teams in a single city than there need to be versus kind of coming together and having, more powerhouse teams. So yes, there's some things internally that need to be done, and that's not isolated to one league. I'm sure across each league there's things that could be done better. But once we get to that level, I think that becomes more attractive. And there's a lot of hard work going on to get women's football to a level where it is viewed as a viable business investment. Back in the day, women just wanted to play ball. But if you want real money behind things, you have to position yourself as a
Yeah,
business, because
exactly.
any business person that is going to put money into something, they want to know what they're getting out of it, right?
Out of it,
And that's got
exactly.
to be compelling.
Miss Beverly Hamilton said, "I like what you're saying, Miss saying Coach Tia. Any women playing the game would be blessed to have you as a coach. Ain't no doubt. Ain't no doubt.
I
Ain't no
appreciate
doubt.
that.
Ain't no doubt." But yeah, like we was talking last night, you have all these leagues and you have all these great teams and you have some lower tier teams. You know what I'm saying? What is it that it's going to take for like the AWFL, the WFA, and the WMC to ever even meet together? Because I think that'll be an awesome. I know that's just wishful
Yeah.
thinking. You know what I'm
There's a couple of different perspectives on that. I think, everybody sits back and is like, oh my gosh, all these leagues, all these teams, all these women, if they just came together, it would be incredible. Um, but there's a lot behind that. I think think different leagues have different focuses and different purposes for what they're trying to do. So think about, for example, if there was just one big league and we all operated like a WNFL, then you would kind of cut off the opportunity for teams that are trying to figure it out, more developmental teams that kind of want to get it together to not have the
right.
opportunity, to do that. So I do think like a single Premier League, I think is what everybody's saying when they say, why doesn't everybody come together? That makes sense. That's marketable. That's a path to getting women paid to play football, which is, my big goal. Well, first, let them stop paying to play, and then let's get them paid. But then I
Fact.
think, in addition to that, you do have to have a feeder system. Even if it's not, hey, these developmental teams may one day become part of this Premier League, it's, hey, these developmental teams are
Team.
developing talent
It's
that might then
yes,
go,
yes,
to these
yes,
Premier Leagues. So
yes.
there's a lot of angles to it. There's no one silver bullet that I think is going to solve for it. But at the core of it, a bit more unity wouldn't hurt.
Yeah. Big Easy, go ahead.
Yeah, what I've been thinking about is lately, if you notice, a lot of the, particularly the NBA players, a lot of their kids now are starting to be involved in college and professional sports, particularly athletes like LeBron James. You got Kevin Garnett. Their children are playing volleyball and
Mm.
lacrosse, for example. And because they are high profile people, people are starting to follow their children because they know of the father. I think it's going to take for something like that for women's football as well. Somebody that's very high profile to come along and be like, yeah, as a matter of fact, my daughter plays women tackle football.
Yeah.
Because obviously, if Shaquille O'Neal's daughter was playing women's tackle football,
It'd be
people would
out there.
start watching
Yeah,
women's
yeah.
tackle
Exactly.
football.
Oh, without a
Yeah.
doubt. Without
Right.
a doubt.
The other thing is, I was looking at a documentary recently that talked about how basically the AFL and the World Football basically came together to become the NFL. I think at some point, two of the three big leagues, basically AWFL, they're gonna have to sit down and be like, okay, I think we could make more together if at least us two come together, and then we can
Fact,
see what we can do to bring
fact.
other leagues
Yeah,
along. I
Yep.
think it's gonna take something like that to happen
Yep.
for it to happen.
I
yeah.
agree. Unfortunately, I'm not at that level.
Oh, you
So,
there? You there? But it's also is egos. You know what I'm saying? We got to stop. My thing is this here. It's not about the owners. It's not about the coaches. It's not about the staff. It's about those players.
mhm,
We have to put the players in the best position. You said it for yourself to succeed,
agree.
not just on the field, but off the field as well.
Yeah.
And it's going to take governing bodies, coaches to come together and say, yeah, we need to get our head out the tail. Let's focus on these players because we have players out here that can play and get paid. Because I can go back to the Toledo Troopers. Shout out to the Toledo Troopers, women's
Yeah.
tackle football, who I say is the greatest women's football team of all time. Uh, they used to get paid $25
Hmm.
a game, but
That's
they never
bomb.
had no like the big time medical team, that like y'all have right now.
Hmm.
So back to the question at hand, what can we do? You know, we can't just do it from this platform. We have to have many, even people with the money, the Oprah Winfrey's and all them type of people to step in, even the NFL guys to come down and see a women's game.
Yeah.
What more can we do to promote this?
I mean, I do think it's a visibility thing, right? So, I think you're doing a great job just getting women's football
Right,
out there. No matter the platform. So somebody that didn't know about it today sees your show now. They know about it, and they tell somebody, and they tell somebody. But that's a slow burn. I do think, to the point that was made earlier, more people of influence, visibility, notoriety, supporting will help accelerate that process. And then I'm always a person that likes to look inward. I evaluate myself and assess where I have gaps and opportunities at least once every 2 to 3 months. And so internally in the world of women's football, it may be a bit of a meeting of the minds. And I don't necessarily mean a consolidation of leagues and everybody's got to, do the same things. But there has to be like how can we leverage each other to become force multipliers, right? Even if we stay in our own lanes and kind of do it our own way, how can we still leverage, put our resources together, our
right,
connections together, to drive that force multiplication to get to the outcome faster? Because to your point around egos, yes, some of those exist. But there's a lot of people out there doing a lot of
great
good
game.
things, a lot of hard
Yeah,
work, and I think they do have the players in mind, but I think whereas there's a separation, like I'm gonna go start my own team or I'm gonna start my own league, it's I think everybody's marching toward the same outcome. They just don't agree on the process to
process.
get there. Yeah.
Yeah, but we got to trust the process
Yeah.
if we're gonna make it happen as one. Because it's always said, if you have a few great minds to put something to work, we gonna make it happen. Because as they say, knife sharpen knife or steel sharpen steel, however that's supposed to go. We can let me see. What's up, Coach V? Great discussion. I like Coach Hopkins, the perspective she puts the game in, no doubt. And I gotta say this about this young man right here. I coach for his team, the Midwestern Bulldogs. He's a young owner doing everything right for his players. He
That's
was going
awesome.
to shut the team down, but he stopped. He wasn't going to do it. He said, you know what? My players could be out there in the streets doing something else.
Oh, the
No,
game saves lives, man.
yeah, yeah. The game. Thank you, thank you.
The game
So
saves
how
lives.
can How can shout out to Coach Lou, the owner of the Midwestern Bulldogs, Mr. Donovan Sanchez. He want us to call him Loon Montana.
A shout out
He
to
is our
Loon,
starting.
Montana.
Yeah, he is our starting quarterback, and he is the owner of the Midwestern Bulldogs.
That's awesome.
So how can um, fans find out more about Miss Tia Hopkins as the head coach of the Carolina Stars, and also the head coach for the international women's football team?
Yeah, I think I would say my football brand is mostly on Facebook. I'm Tia Hopkins on Facebook, but of course, in the element would be Carolina Stars Women's Tackle Football on Facebook. The team has an Instagram at Carolina Stars Football, website carolinastarsfootball.com, all those places. So wherever you find them, you find me. You find my wife. I am very bad about, I would say, promoting or elevating myself as a coach because I feel like I'm just there to prop up the women. And so getting them in the forefront, getting them visibility, getting them the kudos and accolades, that's the goal. I'm all about them. I mean, my day job, I'm in tech, and I just got sick of not being able to give the team what they needed. So I spent a couple months in the preseason building a purpose-built app to lead and educate and guide the team through the season because I just felt like none of the platforms out there were quite doing it right. So I'm passionate about this work.
Yeah, yeah. You are a leader. You are a teacher. You are a mentor, and you are a great head coach. I'm giving you your flowers because the things that you are doing is amazing.
I
For
appreciate it.
real. So keep doing what you're doing. I am a big fan of you and the Carolina Star. Well, I'm a big fan of women's soccer football. I don't saying that to everybody, but I love all y'all. All y'all. Listen, I do this for y'all.
Yeah,
This is for
it's
y'all.
appreciated.
Yeah,
It's not
I
not
do
not enough of this going on. Not enough of this going
it
on.
will be. It will be because I'm
Yeah,
gonna make some noise.
yeah,
I'm gonna make some noise about this because people need to know about the AWFL, the WFA, the WNFC, know about all the teams and women that play this game from the West Coast all the way to the East Coast, from up north down to the South.
yeah,
They balling. They
yeah.
balling. You know. So I want to thank you for coming on Straight Sports Talk. I wish you, your wife, and the Carolina Stars all the success in 2026, the season. Um, it's gonna be some competition. That 46 to
Yeah.
we can't have them.
Nah. But it's
We
good that it
can't have
happened
them.
early in the season, right?
Yeah. It's
Early enough.
early in the season. But you know what's crazy? Our first game, we played the Hudson Hurricanes. They beat us 26-6,
Mm,
right? And guess what? We shut them out 24-0 in the championship game. Huh?
yeah. You gotta
Huh?
want it.
Because we prepared.
Yeah.
We prepared for it. After that first loss, each game we prepared
Mm-hmm.
for each game. You know, so that's what the Carolina Stars gonna have to do. Atlanta Vipers, that's the name of their
Yeah.
team, right? Atlanta Vipers.
Georgia Vipers.
Georgia Vipers.
Yeah.
Let me get it right. Georgia Vipers.
Yeah.
Y'all on the clock.
Oh yeah.
Rent due. Rent due. For real. Thank you for coming on Straight Sports Talk, Coach. You're welcome to come on anytime. Um, I hope you enjoyed it because we did have a long talk yesterday. I tell you, it's straight from the head. There's no monologue, none of that stuff.
Yeah. All good. All good.
Yeah, yeah. So, uh, wish y'all all the success next game.
Thank you. I
You know,
appreciate all the love in the
really,
audience too. I appreciate it.
no doubt. Hey, you got this. You got this, and I can't wait to see y'all play in the international. That's gonna be awesome,
Yeah, it's gonna
man.
be great.
Oh yeah. So thank you for coming on Straight Sports Talk. Coach Tia. Is there anything you want to add? Um, you would like to say before you go?
Oh, I think I said a few mouthfuls. I think I'm good. I just wanted to thank you for having me on. I appreciate it. You asked great questions. Teed me up for some real knowledge bombs. So I had a good time. Appreciate it.
Tell your wife I said thank you for allowing you to come on.
Oh, because you know I had to get permission. Yeah.
Hey, enjoy your night, you and your wife, and have a awesome weekend, both of
Thanks.
y'all. And shout out to the Carolina Stars. They're going against the Georgia Vipers next Saturday. Check them out. Might it be on YouTube. It probably be on Facebook Live. However it be, check out the Carolina Stars playing out in AWFL.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate you. Thank you for coming on.
All right. Bye bye.
That was Coach Tia Hopkins, head coach of the Carolina Stars, and also just named head coach of the international women's international team. They'll be playing over there. The AWFL will be playing over there in Germany. So shout out to the big things that the AWFL is doing. My good friend, Coach Michael Vitale for the Detroit Proud. Shout out to the Oklahoma Rage. Shout out to the
Coach.
Surf. Okay, oh yeah, I
We
forgot.
gonna say that for the end, bro. I got a special way I want us to do that from now on. So
Okay,
yeah, just say that for the end.
got you. But anyway, our next guest is coming up, Mr. Jordan Dominic. Man, hey, we got some things to talk about. He's a spotlight athlete for Rank Up Athletics. Uh, man, this athlete been around. He's been around uh, with some uh, Power Five universities, you know. And we're gonna let him talk about it when he come on. So for now, I want to get back. I want to get back to the IA, the IAL situation. I'll get back to that. Come on in, young man. And I done got stuffy.
Now
What up?
hold on, Coach. We gotta announce this proper. Like, welcome to the segment known as the Rank Up Athletics Spotlight Athlete of the Week. We can't have a good segment without the theme
Rank,
music.
rank up. You need to rank up. Rank up. You need to rank up. Rank
I
up. Rank
see you,
up.
Big
You need
E.
to rank
Damn, put
up.
my hat on.
Rank up. Rank up. You need to rank up. Rank up.
I see you, Big
You
E.
need to rank up. Rank up. You need to rank up.
Yeah.
Rank up. Rank up. You need to rank up. Rank up. Rank up. You need to rank up.
All right, shout out to Rank Up Athletics. Without further ado, our Rank Up Athletics Sports Athlete of the Week, we give you Mr. Jordan Dominic.
Hey, that was awesome, man. I like that. I like that. Hey, man, welcome to Straight Sports Talk, Mr. Dominic, man. I met you January 31st, I think.
You might have, I think you did when we was
Yeah, I
out there
met
for the
you. Yeah, yeah. I think I heard you tell him, tell Mr. Rim, yeah, I just got signed by the Great Ace, Utah Great Ace. Yeah,
you
because I
heard
was
that,
out
yes
there with
sir,
my
yes sir.
player, Jay Gas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. So, introduce yourself, man. Tell everybody who you are, team you play for, um, and your position.
All right, so pretty simple. My name is Jordan. I played football at Georgia Tech, Arkansas, and Colorado. I was in the CFL for a little bit. I ended up signing. I was in the league for the shortest amount of time. You feel me? Got there, got in, got out. Um, Now I'm out here signed with the Utah Great Eights. I'm out here playing the IAL League, the International Arena League, having some fun out here, trying to make some money, trying to make some plays, and trying to make a name for myself again. Trying to get back up to where I want to be. There's always a level higher, so I'm trying to get back to that high level and everything. And I feel like this was a great place to do it.
Yeah. So now you sign with Rank Up Athletics. Um, And now they, when I remember seeing you out there, you signed with the Utah Grade A, but you started your career um, at with the with Georgia Tech, if I'm not mistaken. Started off with Georgia Tech and then went off to Arkansas. So how was that playing at Georgia Tech in I think the ACC? Yeah, the ACC.
Yes, sir. So Georgia Tech was an experience. I loved it. I was there for 4 years. I graduated from there with my bachelor's in business administration. Playing in the ACC level, it was fun. It was definitely something to behold. To be honest, when I was coming out of high school, I couldn't even tell you the difference between a Power Five, Group of Five. I didn't know nothing about nothing when it came to college. You know, I really didn't know nothing. I was just like, ooh, I was more of a school cat. You know, I was like, let me go to these schools. Let me figure out what's the best place for me. I wanted to go into pharmacy. I wanted to go into pharmaceutical science when I first started out. So that was my plan and goal. And then started going on my visits, started going into football, and I looked into this football thing like, hey, I might be a little good if I'm getting a couple offers or whatever. So let me start doing a little research on these schools and everything. And Georgia Tech came in late to the picture. They offered me. I was like, okay, let me go figure it out. My mama was more excited about Georgia Tech than I was because I didn't know that, a tech school is like, really renowned. So it's a very renowned school when it comes to
Yeah,
academics and everything. So
very.
my mama was super excited. She was like, yeah, everything else doesn't matter. You're going here. And I was like, hold on, now we got to take the visit. I went out there. My dad, they showed me the football schedule and everything, and I was like, these are some pretty good teams. My dad looked at me like, pretty good. Do you not see the schedule that you guys go against? I was like, I mean, I see Georgia,
Miami,
Clemson, North
man,
Carolina back when
yeah.
they had what? I'm seeing everything. I'm like, okay, so this might be a bit better than I thought. So I had to go back and do my research again, like which teams are Power Five, which teams are not, and everything. But it just ended up being my next home. Stayed there for 4 years, committed there, and really got up there. And that's when I really learned what it was all about. So out there playing against so many different names and images and legends and everything. I remember I graduated from high school at 2018. So went into Georgia Tech under Coach Paul Johnson when he was still running that triple option. You know how
Yeah,
that goes.
yeah.
Redshirted my first year, and second year ended up playing a bit more under Coach Collins when Coach Johnson retired and whatnot. I saw a plethora of great quarterbacks, great players come through each and every team that I've seen play. I played against Louisville, NC State, Georgia. Uh, it was just insane the amount of people. Clemson, watching Trevor Lawrence go off and just knowing I was on the same field as him and playing against him, it was crazy. Uh, yeah, I was at Georgia Tech, made some plays for there 4 years. I enjoyed my time there. Lifted, I really became the person I am now when I was at Georgia Tech. I felt like that really was what built my character into the person I am today. And then ended up going from Georgia Tech. Well, I did a few things at Georgia Tech. I ended up going viral at Georgia Tech, which was pretty funny to me. There was a football play that went viral a while ago, and I feel like it just resurfaces every few years. Um, that's really just a highlight of my life now that I know that I'm like, okay, if I ever
Oh, you
feel down,
talking
I'm gonna
about
go look at this
the
play.
scoop and score?
I'm glad you know.
Scoop and score, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Oh no, no, it wasn't just the scoop and score. It was this
It
here.
was the
Hey,
stiff
get
arm, it was the
it.
get off me. But nah, that one went viral. I was happy about it, but ended up graduating and I decided, you know what, let me go try my luck somewhere else academically and, athletically. So ended up transferring from Georgia Tech and I got an offer from Arkansas, transferred there and played there.
Wow, now you in the SEC. Woo! Now you going up LSU, Alabama,
Alabama,
man,
Florida,
Florida,
Texas A&M,
man,
some
Joe, man,
Missouri, Mizzou,
yeah. This
some big boys,
Ole
Auburn.
Miss, Oklahoma, man.
Hmm.
So how was the first? I want to say, how was it when you first walked into them stadiums and you was like, oh, damn, I'm in here with 90 plus thousand people. God,
I can say that first game that I played when I was at Arkansas, it was a home opener, and just seeing the entire crowd from the bus, just from the walk all the way down, I was like, "Oh, this is electric." I remember we played Cincinnati for the first game, And just walking out there, I was just surprised because like I've seen big stadiums before. We have huge stadiums in the SEC, you know, not the SEC, the ACC. You know, they had Clemson's, the Georgias, they have a lot of big stadiums. But like the energy of the SEC, I feel like is
It's
unmatched with
different.
how it's different. You know, like
Yeah.
I literally felt electrified when I stepped onto that field for Arkansas. And I remember one play that game specifically. It was the fourth quarter. I remember I was lined up on the right side end. I hit a spin move on the left tackle that they had. Forced fumble, fumble recovery. I picked it up. You know, sack, forced fumble, fumble recovery. Picked it up. Oh my God. When I tell you that stadium erupted, I couldn't even hear myself think. I couldn't hear myself yell. Like, it was insane. I was like, yeah, this is the place I want to be. Like, this is different,
Yeah,
dog.
yeah, it
This is
is.
different.
Yeah. So let me
So,
ask you this: Is
yeah.
it true when they go to someone's wee whatever that thing, you put a
so,
cup on the bench, it'll vibrate the cup? Is that
Oh
true?
my gosh, yes. So it's literally it gets so loud when it's packed out to capacity and everything. We score a touchdown, and after the fight song plays, all you hear is
Yeah.
"Ooh, pig suey," and it gets so loud the whole stadium rumbles, and then they start playing the music after. Oh my gosh, it gets loud. It's crazy. Like
Man,
this cup literally rumbles. It's a different experience. That's all I can say. When you're on the good end of it, it's like okay, you want to hear that crowd do that every single time when you go out there. You know.
yeah. So you said earlier that your professional career came up short. Um, would you like to elaborate on that?
Uh, yeah, sure. So I wouldn't say it necessarily came up short. It's more so I'm on a different path than I thought I would be. You know, I felt like I played pretty well in college. I felt like I played really well, but there were some external factors and internal factors that ended up happening. You know, I didn't do the best at my pro day. Unfortunately, I wasn't locked in, and that's just something that a lot of athletes, they look back and be like, "Oh, he's not locked in for this, or he's not fully prepared for this, and this, that, and the third, or whatever." And I got my shot, I got my opportunity at the NFL level, and I did my best. I made what I could make happen, but uh, I really wasn't. I guess you could say I just didn't cut I didn't cut it. That's all I can simply say. So I just gotta make myself better, get better, faster, stronger, look, be what these coaches need me to be or what they want me to be from what I'm hearing from my agents and everything like that. It's not that I don't have the abilities or the skills. It's simply the fact that I didn't display them to the best capability when I was out there.
So now,
So now I'm trying to make sure, hey, if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this right. I'm gonna try and give it my all, make sure I go out here, make sure I impress these coaches, make sure I'm, physically in the best shape of my life to be able
yeah,
to go into, any opportunity that might come my way. So
right.
even though I came up short, in the short end, like in the short run, right after my college career and everything, I wouldn't say it was necessarily a backslide. I wouldn't necessarily say, oh, I came up short. Is more so it's just a different journey for me because I did play professionally. I do have like professional reps under my belt. I have played professional football, so that's something I do say that I am grateful for. You know,
So you played with the Argonauts, if I'm not mistaken.
Montreal Alouettes.
Montreal, Alloway,
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
yes. So sorry about that.
No, you
How
good.
was it like going over there to play? Excuse me, over there in Canada, where it's the same football, but it's a little different.
So it's the same football, like you said. You go out there, you're gonna play football. My job is to rush the quarterback and play on the defensive line. And the only real rule that really affected me out there was the 2 yards off the ball rule. So in
Yeah.
Canada, you have to be 2 yards off the ball as a defensive line. That's the only thing that really affected me too much. Other than that, it was just the same football every day. And I feel like I went out there, I experienced definitely a different vibe. Like that was my professional debut, so to speak. And you can tell that they're professional athletes. You can tell these are grown
Yeah.
men playing football. Like, despite what you may think, the CFL is not for pushovers. It's not something that you can just be like, oh, if I don't make it to the NFL, I'm just go here. Like, no, it's a whole different system. It's a whole different ball game, but it's still the same ball game at the same time, you know?
Right.
So it's still a business, but it's not just something that anybody can do. And I'm thankful that I had the opportunity to play there. And I am thankful for the opportunity to be able to play out here in, the great Salt Lake City, Utah, I'm enjoying my time and hopefully I can make the best of something and get back to where I want to be.
No doubt. And it's coming, man. Just trust the process. Keep on perfecting your craft. You know what I'm saying? You also went to Colorado and played up under Deion Sanders. How
Yes,
was
sir.
that? And then how was that? And then to hear the backlash that some of them players that left, you know, and I know Prime was about his business when it comes to his players. You know, how was it when you was playing? How was it there when you played? Because I might have seen
So
you play and didn't even know that was you.
you probably did. So I was there for his first year, so 2023, I believe. And while I was out there, I came during the winter when he first got out there. So I was there like just a few days after he got there, you know. So I saw the turnover of the team from that winter to the summer to the spring. Oh, it's from the winter to the spring to the summer to the fall. You know, I saw the entirety of it, like everything changed. The backlash, I understand it. I feel like it was unnecessary, but everybody has to voice their grievances.
Yeah,
Everything that happens like that is going to happen for a reason. Either he didn't like your mindset, he didn't like your mentality, he didn't like what you were doing in practice, or he simply felt like, hey, I'm recruiting somebody that could possibly be better than you, and we're just going to go in a different direction. He treated it like a
facts,
true professional business at the end of the day. And he just was upfront and real about what a lot of college coaches try to sugarcoat to you. Like,
facts,
that's just something he was going to tell you straight up. Like, look,
facts.
I'm trying to get rid of a lot of people because I want to bring in people that have a mentality of winning. The people on that team weren't used to winning. That's
Yeah,
simply what it was. And he wanted people that could either fix their mentality. He gave them the entirety of spring to do it. And you saw multiple people that were at
yeah.
Colorado still stay at Colorado. Ben Finiseth, he was one of the faces of Colorado right now. And he was for the past couple of years. Charlie Offerdahl, he was a great running back. He ended up earning himself a scholarship while he was there. And if it not wasn't for medical things, he would have still been playing football probably
I
to
was
this
talking
day,
about
I
the
feel.
white guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
The white guy.
Number
Yeah,
44.
yeah, yeah,
I call
yeah.
him the real 44 because we both had 44 at the same time when I was there. And I was like, oh, yeah,
Oh,
that's
okay,
real Fofo
okay.
coming out to
Yeah,
visit me, you
he
know?
had some very serious medical issues that was going on with him.
Hmm.
Yeah. This is my producer, Big Easy. Everybody calling E Buck. You have a question, sir?
Yeah, I mean, I think people need to really fully understand what the scenario was there at Colorado at the time that you were there, Jordan. Because remember, this was a team that you basically was on that. Well, you weren't there then, but you basically came to a team that was 1-11,
Yeah.
arguably had one of the worst seasons in
Ever in
the last
Colorado.
20 years. Not
Yeah.
just at Colorado, period. They finished last in a lot of different categories on that team. So for Prime to take that team, basically turn over 90 of the 100 plus athletes and still manage to have a winning season after that, that was a ridiculous accomplishment that people really don't understand the scope of.
Facts.
You were actually there for the ground floor of it. Can you speak more to okay what it was like to basically go from extreme to extreme, and then of course you also had the benefit of Prime bringing a lot of his professional friends to be coaches there, so you definitely had some good coaching. Talk about some of that.
So, like you said, it was definitely a process, going from a room with a loser, not a loser's mentality, but a mentality that's not used to winning to a mentality that craves to win. He was always talking about he needs some dogs. He needs some dogs. Well, he went and tried to find some dogs and he did his thing. It was a lot of turnover, a lot of people that were upset that didn't feel like they were given a proper shot when I feel like everybody was given a proper shot. You simply just didn't impress.
Bam.
A lot of people don't understand that when you go into a new program, things are going to have turnover regardless. Like, no matter where you
Facts.
go,
Yeah.
coaches are going to want to bring in their own coaching staff, their own players that they had from the previous place before. And a lot of people had a lot of doubts about the people that Coach Prime was bringing in because they were at a HBCU. Shadur, Trav, Jimmy Horn was at USF, but that was a group of five, and people didn't really believe in him. It's just so many different people. Shador, Shiloh, who was it? Cameron Silman, Craig. Just so many different people that were at different divisions in football that everybody doubted. They were thinking, oh, they're at a HBCU. That football won't translate to the next level, the Power Five level, especially not in the Pac-12 at the time.
Right.
It was just a lot that people were saying, a lot of people were doing, but coach decided to go out there and fill his room with mentality of people that it doesn't matter what the noise is, it doesn't matter what people are saying. We're gonna go out here, we're gonna work, and we're gonna go play football. And as you can see, we came out and made a huge noise off the first few games. You feel me? Like
Yeah.
off the rip, we first game we played TCU. Wade win at the number two runner up of the year before. After that, we have Nebraska at home. We have a rival, beat Nebraska. Next game, Colorado State, beat Colorado State. It was just a good process. A lot of people had that mentality, and then the very next year, he ended up having Colorado go from 1-9 to a bowl game.
Yeah.
Right.
Like
And
that's
that's
something
that game.
complete. A lot of people don't see. Like coaches get 3 years to make that turnover, and a lot of coaches can't do it. Versus
Yep.
he went from a team that was literally bottom, not saying bottom of the barrel athletically, but bottom of the barrel performance wise,
Yep.
and turning that performance around into a real bowl contender team. People were talking about them. Hey, they could possibly be in the playoffs at some point. They were a team that was out there having great success, and that was due to coaches turnover and the mind and mentality he had between the players, the coaches, and the vision that they set for themselves.
Yeah.
And then he would bring a lot of people in that, like you said, have real experience. My favorite, as you already know, it had to be Warren Sapp, the D lineman, of course, the big man in the middle, straight from the underground. You know it.
Miami
Every
guy.
time he came out there and he
Mm-hmm.
talked, I listened. I was like, man, I'm almost
UBB.
starstruck, man. He was straight from the U. I see you throw it up, coach, but definitely was something that I had to talk about. I definitely enjoyed my time when I was there. He brought in To. He brought in Urban Meyer. He wasn't just bringing in players; he was bringing in coaches, people with experience,
Mm-hmm.
expertise that could actually help his team win. And a lot of players there took the advice of these people and ended up having a lot of success in the future from it.
Yeah.
Okay, allow me one follow up question, please,
Go
Coach.
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead, man.
Okay, look again. You was there during that season, and I think some of y'all probably could write a book about some of the people that came. I mean, not only were you meeting people like Coach Meyer, all them, but the Stephen A. Smiths,
Yes,
okay,
The
his
Rock,
name
Stephen
escaping
A.
me.
Smith.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
remember
yeah.
Quavo. I
Basically,
remember all the
the little
celebrities.
Waynes, all those people that just popped
Yeah.
up on y'all, just and it's like, oh wow, Prime knows somebody. But also keep in mind, Coach, that 2023 was really the year that NIL really started to jump off.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
my question about that is, okay, since pretty much Prime, Coach Prime is seen as kind of the model of how to run an NIL based university staff and crew and members, all that. Just tell us some of your experience about that with the NIL and all of that.
For me, I didn't really do too much in IL. They had certain things that were in place for players to get paid, and all I really asked for was shoot, pay for my apartment. That's really all I needed was a place to stay because I just wanted to play football and go out there and make it do what it do. So I can't really tell you too much about the NIL aspect of it. Not gonna lie to you, but I do know that they were the forerunners when it did come to that. They did have I believe they had a Bus for Life collective that would collect, and that was also not just for collecting money and just giving it to the athletes, but also caring about their health and well being as well. So they were a lot of people that had to be in the medical industry and were worried about mental health, mental within the team, and for
Yeah.
future and recovering athletes. So I could call those people up right now, and it would be like, hey, if I want to talk to somebody, they're going to be there for me. That's why it's called the Bus for Life Collective. Definitely something that I feel like a lot of players are utilizing now because it was a player led organization when it was first created. And it's just been expanding more and more. And now it's just becoming, just a better place overall for them. And yeah, that's all I can really say about the NIL thing. I didn't really ask for too much. I didn't really care about it too much. Like you said, it was the
Just
first
want to
year. I
ball.
was just like, look, let me go out here. Let me go play football. Let me try and get paid another way. You know.
Yeah. And man, it's the path that you've been going down is amazing. Now you with Mr. Tyrone Rim with Rank Up Athletics. You at playing at the Utah Great Apes, Great Eights. Me, my bad. How is it like switching from 11 man to 8 man and playing under a fast speed with a wall with a short short.
Man, it's fast paced. It's definitely fast action, fast paced. Honestly, I treat it like regular football because that's literally what it is. It might be less people on the field, but it's still the same amount of hitting, the same amount of action, and now it's just moving a lot quicker because hey, it's a shorter field. You have kickoffs that go through the end zone, and you can get deuces. Rules are different, but at the end of the day, I'm going out there to do what I do best, and that's go sack the quarterback, make plays on the D line. And I've been able to do that out here with Utah, and hopefully I can continue that success onward.
And I hope you do, man, because I watched the game. You are very talented. I didn't even know, but from Georgia Tech, Arkansas, and Colorado, man, I seen you out there playing. You are a hell of a ball player, man. Your IQ of the game is amazing. You study the game. You study your opponent. You get better in your craft. You know what I'm saying, bruh? The NFL need to call you. They need to call you, and I hope they do. You just got to keep putting in that work, keep getting in that film. Keep doing the things that you need to do to get greater. You know what I'm saying? Because it's about when you go up against that person and he great, you got to be greater than him. You got to take yours way above to where he at. You know what I'm saying? It's all here. It's all in your craft. It's all in your technique. You know what I'm saying? It's all here.
It's
You know what I'm saying? Keep doing what you're doing, man. Uh, you talked about that when Travis Hunter was there in that Colorado State game. That's the game he got hurt on the
hmm
sideline.
Yeah, but he went up and they ended up
Yeah,
undercutting
that
him,
that
hitting him in his
the
rib
guy
and
cheap
everything.
shot it. Yeah, the
Yeah.
guy cheap shot it. I remember that game there. So what do you have to? Now I'm part of Rank Up Athletics. I'm gonna be coaching in the game May 23rd
hmm
against the Tri City River Gators. And what advice can you give these guys that's in Rank Up Athletics to, if it's a meeting call, be there? Knowing that you do have a family, you have a job and this, but you have to make sacrifices if this is what you want to do. What advice can you give these players that's with Rank Up Athletics right now?
All I can say is you got to treat it like you would treat it at any level. You have to be a professional at any level. You can't be skipping practices, skipping meetings, skipping this, that, and the third when you're trying to be somewhere. The best success is team success because once a team is successful, that's when people are looking, oh, what pieces make up that team that make them successful? you know. And the only way you can do that is if you're going in there practicing with each other every single day, getting better, sharpening iron. Iron sharpens iron. So you got to come out there and make everything happen. I don't want to brag on myself, but I've been to every practice. I haven't been late. I've been to every meeting. I've been taking notes, and me and the defense have been eating this recently. These past two games, as a defensive collective, we already have double-digit sacks in arena football
Wow,
off of two games. You know,
wow,
so it's a different story, it's a different league, and that's just because everybody that is on our defense has decided, hey, we want to buy into this. We have dreams and aspirations that we want to make happen, and we've all bought into it, and we've all been to every meeting. We've all been, despite whatever happens, despite the communication breakdowns and whatever might happen at any level of the league, you know, we just
fact,
go out there and just play football. And we stay focused on the mission and we stay focused on what we came out here to do. And it gets hard, but would you rather have the pain of discipline or the pain of regret?
no
That's the
doubt,
main thing you got to think about.
man. Thank you for putting that out there, man. Because what Mr. Tyrone Rim is doing, he trying to put players in position to succeed. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Tyrone Real, man.
That's another thing too. Like this is off of his face. You feel me? Like this is an opportunity I was given through rank up, through Coach Tyrone, through Coach Rem and everything like that. So what does it look like if I come out here to somebody that he respects and somebody that respects him, and I don't give anything? Like I give anything other than my 100%. You feel me? Like what if I'm not out there giving my all, making these plays, doing what I know I can do, and going what I need. I know what I need to do, even if it's not for me. It's for I'm not trying to make him look bad because now all of a sudden, oh, if I know Rank Up's gonna send me an athlete that's not gonna give me 100%, I'm not gonna work with Rank Up no more. Like it's not even just me. It's not just my livelihood that I'm playing for, but it's the person beside me and the person that put me on. It's a whole different thing. People don't really understand that. They think it's just for themselves, and it can't be like that.
Wow, and thank you for putting that out there because um, these young men that have this opportunity to play against Tri City River Gator, it's an opportunity, a door opening for you, not just to get some film, but to also see let these scouts or whatever recruits that's gonna be there see you play, and also see me coach. You know what I'm
You
saying?
feel me? It's a
You
different
know,
thing. So it's an opportunity everywhere, man.
it's opportunities everywhere, and everybody got to come with their A game. So how can um, people find out more about Jordan Dominic? Um, how can they reach out to you, man, to find out more about you?
Best way would be through my Instagram. J Dominic 42 is literally just the first initial of my name, Dominic, and then 42, my number when I was at Georgia Tech. Uh, I don't really be on X or Twitter as much, but you can add me on that, J Dominic 16.
Hmm.
And I'm always on social media. I'm always trying to interact with people because arena football is a fan interaction thing. So I'm getting messages after games about, oh, you played well. Can I get this? Can I get that? Can I get a jersey? Can I get a ball next game? I'm always on social media. I'm always trying to DM and interact. So anybody that wants to reach out, my DMs are always open, and I'm always quick to reply.
And I like what you just said. People reach out for for anything that you reach back out to your fans. Because it's about the fans because you there to entertain them. You know what I'm saying? So man, shout out to you on all levels, man. I wish you all the success uh, with the Utah Grade Eights, and also, man, somebody picking you up in the NFL, man. I'm putting that out there in the universe, man, because you deserve a chance, man. You
I
deserve it,
appreciate that,
but you
man.
got to
Thank
put
you.
the work in, brother.
Yes,
You
sir.
got
We got
to
to.
put the work
Come on now,
in.
we from Florida. I'm gonna rep Lakeland. Oh yeah, making sure people know I'm from Lakeland, Florida. Just to let people know, we gonna rock the L863 to the wheels fall out. Real Polk County, baby. You feel me? We gonna make sure y'all know.
Yeah,
Ain't no, I don't claim nothing but Florida. Nothing but the L. Nothing but Lakeland. You feel me?
just hey,
Just
look, just keep putting that work in, man. Every day when I was about to cuss, when people when people sleep, when they tired, you be putting that work in, man. Because you got a vision, you got a goal where you want to be, and you deserve to be there. You are an elite football player. I seen the film, man. You elite, bro. You elite, man.
I
So
appreciate that.
I
Thank you.
pray to the Most High that you get that opportunity again to play on a professional, whether it be the UFL, or the CFL. But those three letters, NFL, CFL, the UFL, one or the other. He said Ram said he a grown man.
Telling you, man. Come on now.
You know,
You know how we do.
yeah, ain't no doubt, man. I thank you for coming on Straight Sports Talk, man. Um, who y'all got covered up this weekend?
We playing the same team we just played against. So the Philadelphia Benjamins.
Yeah, that y'all lost by 2 points to.
We lost by 2 points. I'm so mad. Defense had a great game. We done
Yes,
snapped.
yes,
Defense had a great
yes,
game, and now it's time.
yes.
We just got to put it all together. That's all it is to it. And I
Yeah.
feel like this week is going to be the week. We got back on our home turf. People are motivated. people. We done made some changes to our offense. I feel like our offense gonna look real good this week.
Yeah,
Y'all gonna
and it
see.
will be televised on YouTube. Am I
Yes,
correct?
sir. Just
Yeah.
follow
So y'all,
IAL football. Look it up, and they'll have it live for you. We play 2:30 on Sunday. 2:30, so it's 4:30 Eastern time.
okay. So it'll be 4:30 Eastern time. So check it out. The IAL. What is it again?
IAL football.
IAL football. If y'all want to check out Mr. Jordan Dominic, man, thank you for coming on Straight Sports Talk, man. I will
Yes,
be
sir.
having you on again. You a stand up guy, man. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep putting the work in. Um, and I wish you all the success in the 2026 season and beyond, man. Keep doing what you're doing, man. For
Sir, I
real.
appreciate it. Thank you.
No doubt, brother. No doubt. Even though you represent the L.
Well, for sure, we representing
This,
the
this,
L. You can
hey,
have
this
nah.
here.
Y'all ain't
Hey,
like
this here,
us.
baby.
Y'all ain't
This
like
here
us.
all day.
We can line it up anytime. Come
Anytime.
on, man. Y'all
Anytime,
know how we
baby.
do.
Hey, with two bad hips.
Yes, sir, boss man. I'ma
Hey,
see
man, you
y'all.
have a good one, man. Hey, have an awesome night and have an awesome weekend, man. And
Same to you.
keep them
Have a great
boys
one.
tail. Keep them boys tail Sunday, man. I
You
want
know
about
what it
I want
is.
about 6 sacks from you.
Yes, sir. I got you.
All right, my man. Hey, y'all, Jordan Dominic, Utah Great Ace, man. Uh, awesome guy, man. I enjoyed talking
Rank.
with him, man. Uh,
You need to rank up,
there
rank
we
up.
go.
You need to rank up,
Hey, Tyrone,
rank
you like
up,
that,
rank
huh,
up.
man?
You need to rank up, rank up, rank up. You need to rank up,
It ain't
rank
still
up,
better
rank
than that
up.
cool
You
dog,
need to
though.
rank up, rank up, rank up. You need to rank up, rank up, rank up. You need to rank up, rank up, rank up. You need to rank up.
Yeah, shout out to my musical production company, eBuck Beats, for making those two rank up. So appreciate that. Yeah, I already know Tyrone. They on their way to you, bro.
Yeah.
But
He already
again, that
hired,
was
huh?
our rank up athletic player spotlight this week. You already know, Coach. I see you.
Yeah, yeah. Shout out to
Yeah,
our spotlight player. You already know. Hey, shout out to our spotlight rank up player, Mr. Jordan Dominic, for Rank Up Athletics, man. Y'all hear it for yourself, everybody. That's everybody that's with Rank Up Athletics. You see this young man, Georgia Tech, Arkansas, Colorado. Was it Montreal? Was it
mm-hmm. Yep.
Montreal? Montreal. You know what I'm saying? And he's with Rank Up Athletics. He's with Rank Up Athletics, man. He in the position to go to a higher level because
Yeah,
he
shout out
worked
to
hard.
Tyrone Ream. You are picking some very good athletes to
Yes,
represent your brand.
yes, you are. Yes, you are. And you got the best coach too, hands down.
All
You know that
right.
be easy.
You
You
talking
know
the
the
talk.
best
Make
coach.
sure you walk that walk
Oh, I walk it
during
all the
the
time, man.
showcase.
I walk it all the
Tell
time.
them about the showcase, bro. Tell them about
Huh?
that showcase. Tell them about
Say
that
that.
showcase.
Um,
Tell them
rank
about.
rank ups. Rank ups. Let me get my words right. Spotlight. Rank up spotlight player of the week. We'll be announcing every week, every Friday. It come on. Uh, to represent Rank Up Athletics, man. To show that it's an opportunity out here at the next level as a football player and as a coach as well, because there's opportunities as well for coaches as well. You know, so players from the Rank Up Athletics, get y'all game together, man. Cause Mr. Tyrone Rim, he got plans for you, but you got to want it. You got to be more hungry than him. You got to be more hungry than me, and I don't think you're hungry than me. You know, but just get hungry. It's opportunities out there, but you got to show the dedication. You got to meet those meetings. You know, you got to if he call you and say, "Hey, I need you in Vegas. Can you get there?" You know, you got to be able to get there. You know, like it's all God. You know, but hey, but you gotta put the work in, y'all. You gotta put the work in. You gotta be serious about taking your game to the next level. You can't just always not take nothing away from semi pro, but you have to start somewhere to get to where you want to get to. If you want to get to a professional level, you got to think professional. You got to think on the elite level. You can't keep yourself down below because you ain't gonna get there. You're not, and that's just facts. That's
All
just fact.
right.
Go ahead, man.
You know, everything you said, very profound and very correct. Be a man about yours. Like I said, the best comment I saw all night was, "That's a grown ass man," and that brother talked like a grown ass man. But no, shout out to my Detroit Pistons, down
Hey, baby.
22 at the half. Guess who won? Yes, right, baby. Go Detroit basketball.
They
There
about that Florida
will be
now.
a game
Game
seven.
7 coming home, baby.
Bring that
Game
back to
7
the D, baby.
coming to the D, baby.
Let's go. It's only
Man,
one way to celebrate that victory, sir.
Whole squad laced up,
there you go.
clipboards
Melt
taped
that, melt
on
the
the
air.
glass. They prayed for a miracle. We brought that
Pistons
belt
put it.
to ass.
Look
Well,
at Big Sick. Look at them. They
yeah. Go
crying. Look
Pistons.
at them. They crying. Hell yeah. Shout out to the Detroit Pistons coming back down 22, man. You know,
Yeah, nah.
that's what you call never give up.
Now Tigers down 5-4. I need them to pull a little something off at the end here too. But
Yeah,
anyway,
they'll get it. We was gonna have a young lady come on to talk about her event she got coming up May 3rd. Where is it at? It's called the Painting Experience. It's May 3rd, 5 p.m. to 9, 20346 West 7 Mile. And yeah, hey, Orlando lost Rim. Go and sit down for a minute. It ain't about that Florida thing, man. It's about that Detroit thing, baby. You know, sorry, bro. You know, it ain't gonna happen. Not in the D. But anyway, it's the address is 20346 West 7 Mile, Detroit, Michigan. It's called the Painting Experience. What's unique about this here is that they're giving you canvas, paints, brushes. They're giving it to you, and you paint. But you got to bring your own bottle. If you want to get your little sippy sip on, you want to bring you a little this here, or you want to bring you a cigar. It's a grown folk atmosphere. It's $45 for a person to get it. For per person. You can also reserve it, get a VIP section and all that stuff. But it's a great thing. They're gonna have edibles there, gummies and some other stuff that they'll be giving out for free. So if you want to come, get your paint on, have some fun, network, and do all that. Uh, Her name is Miss Chanel, and her phone number is 313-460-6870. If you want to find out more about this event, the painting experience, May 3rd, 2026. Also, coming up, May 23rd, Rank Up Athletics will be going against the Tri City River Gators in Huntsville, Alabama. Um, that's going to be an awesome game. I will be head coaching that game as well. Like I say, it's film, and it's going to be people out there going to be watching, going to be seeing. You never know. You might be able to get signed that day with a professional team. But you got to come out there and put your A game. You can't come out there complaining, cussing, all that. Come out there when your number get called. Come out there and play ball. That's all you got to do. That's May 23rd, Huntsville, Alabama. Rank Up Athletics will be playing against the Tri City River Gators. And come to find out, a few. Thank you, Miss Hamilton. Thank you. Also, it's a few of our players done got signed, but they will be playing with me. They won't be playing with them, you know. But get your game in, y'all, for real. Let's get these meetings in. Let's do what we got to do, man. I'm coming to compete. I'm coming to dominate and coming to win. That's my attitude. Y'all need to be on that attitude as well. Also, um, um, hold on, let me get it right. Also, man, hold on. Also, the Midwestern Bulldogs will be hosting tryouts June 28th. It would be in Toledo, Ohio. For more information about the tryouts, you can contact me, Coach Vincent, at 313-952-4339. If you're interested in coming out to the tryout, and showing your skills, showing us what you got to be a part of the Bulldog Nation. We are current 2025 GIAFL champions. In 2025, December 20th, 2025, we defeated the Hudson Hurricanes 24 to nothing. Shout out to my guys, Midwestern Bulldogs. Um, Also, I want to get on and talk about a few minutes before we go about the IAL and Big E's. I want you to come in too, man, because you have these, you wanted to say as well. It'll be a few minutes, man. We don't be on here too long. But currently, right now, we have some American players that's stranded over there in Europe um, with the International Arena Football, International Arena League. And they done lost their housing. They haven't been getting paid. Um, and they don't know how to get back to America. You know, for owners and coaches to put these young men who sacrifice, leaving their family, leaving their jobs to fulfill their dreams, get paid for the game that they love to play. That's why I always say all owners is not owners and all coaches is not coaches. You know, um, that's dirty what y'all done did to the players over there. I can't say the country or nothing like that, but it's on my Facebook. It's on my Facebook. Thank you for Frederick Elliott for putting it out there, man, and making me aware of things that's going on. I get a lot of my news from Mr. Frederick Elliott, so shout out to him, man. But yeah, I'm gonna have him on the show one day because we're gonna talk about this here too. But yeah, it's not fair for these players to have their dreams and see their families and work and stuff like that to go to another country to get abandoned. It's not fair, man. And something needs to be done about that. What can we do? I don't know. We don't know if Pencil Brain say, hey man, get them guys, and you know what I'm saying. We don't know if he'll do something like that, but it's not fair. It's not right. And a lot of you owners and you coaches, man, if you know you're not gonna be right by these players, don't put a team together. It's simple as that. Simple as that. So I can't really say what I want to say because I don't, want to get blocked or banned, and but the right thing to do, man, is let's get these players that's stranded over there in Europe right now. Let's get them back over here in America. Get them back over here on our soil, man, because being stranded out there in them countries right now is not good, and we don't know what might happen. You got anything you want to add on that, Big Easy?
You pretty much done said everything that need to be said. I mean, bottom line is the thing. I have a saying: the things you deem as important, you deal with as such.
Yeah.
If you basically prioritize those men and women in your respective leagues, and what they go through, the sacrifices they make just to make it possible for them to play, and you in turn don't put forth that same effort on your end, then I agree. Shame on you.
Shame on
Shame
you.
on you.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. You them million miles away from where their homes are, you know. So yeah, shame on you. My man from Channel 2 News, what he got? The Hall of Shame, that's where y'all need that.
Yes.
In the Hall of Shame.
Oh, love shame.
Shame. No doubt. So shout out to my guest that came on, Mr. PJ Thomas, um, quarterback for the Georgia Indians. Thank you for coming on, young man. I wish you all the success in the 2027 season when Coach Leonard bring the Georgia Indians back. I'm looking forward to that. He already done sent me a jersey. Now he got to send me another jersey because I know they finna change jerseys now. Shout out to this young lady here, Coach Tia Hopkins, head coach of the Carolina Stars, and also was just named head coach of the international team for the AWFL. Shout out to her. You know, big things going on down there with the Carolina Stars. I wish y'all all the success in y'all next game with the Georgia Vipers. Also, shout out to the young man who just came on, Mr. Jordan Dominic. I can say so much about this young man here. Uh, keep doing what you're doing. Keep perfecting your craft. Stay on the right path and make havoc for the quarterbacks that you're going up against, man. Keep doing what you're doing. When y'all play Pittsburgh, man, make some noise. I remember I said I want 6 sacks. I want mine. Thank y'all all for coming on Straight Sports Talk. Um, and also for the young lady, Miss Chanel, for the painting experience. May 3rd, 2026. I don't know if you could put that flyer up if you want to find out
Okay,
where.
no, I wasn't able to, but okay, look, you know how you like to do, Coach. Get everybody flowers at the end and
I'm good.
whatnot.
I'm not doing that. Shout out to everybody. Shout
Okay,
out to
so
everybody.
I
Shout
do
out
want
to
you to do
everybody.
one more thing right quick. Advertise yourself.
Okay. Also, if you want to come on Straight Sports Talk, please reach out to me, Coach Vincent Fortner-Bey on my Facebook page. I got two of them. You can reach out to me. Any players from any level, from football, basketball, hockey, soccer, lacrosse, whatever sports you play, please come on. Reach out to me and come on Straight Sports Talk. Let's talk about your career in sports. But also, I want the women that's playing taco football because this platform is about y'all. It's about y'all because y'all deserve the recognition. Y'all deserve to get paid. And the only way we can make that happen is y'all come on here. Uh, May 23rd gonna be a movie. You got that right, baby. That's my running back there. Um, um, is to support these shows so we can talk about women's tackle football. Also, if you want to subscribe to my YouTube channel, go to Coach Vincent Fortner-Bey. Is that cool, Big Easy?
Yep, that'll do it.
That'll do it. So shout out to everybody from the AWFL to the WFA to the WNFC. Shout out to all the semi-pro teams. Shout out to the Rank Up Athletics team. May 23rd. Um, put the Macy Parade. And he love.
Yeah, he liked that promo,
Yeah,
huh? All
he
right,
like
all
that.
right.
A lot of man, you been getting a lot of about that balloon, man. Cause one person hit me up and said, "Man, how was your parade?" Oh man, that was a good one, man. So shout out to everybody, man. May 23rd. Also, it's gonna be something jumping off May 22nd. Can't wait for that. So yeah, y'all. Uh, enjoy y'all night. Uh, I'm trying to play, but I play Jarvis Mud. Contact me, man. Go to my Facebook page, Coach Vincent Fortner-Bey, right there. Send me an inbox and let's talk. So with that, everybody have an awesome night. Thank you for the guests for coming on. And as always, shout out to the Detroit Pistons winning, coming back after 22 points down in the
Go
second half.
Pistons.
Go Pistons.
Yes, sir.
Detroit basketball.
Basketball.
Shout out to my boy Jay Gas. He gonna be moving into campus in a couple of weeks at
Right on.
University. Shout out to my boy there.
Right on. Right on.
No doubt on. So as always, go Dogs. Go Blue.
Laced up, clipboards tape on the glass. They prayed for a miracle. We brought that belt to ass.
Yeah, we wound up early. They showed up fashionably late. We studied film on a Friday night. They studied posts they made. We ran laps till lungs burned. They ran mouths in group chats. Whistle blew. First contact, they felt that truth impact. Scoreboard climbing. They stuck on single digits. We called out every play they had like reading baby pictures. Coach said stay cool. We pressed. They folded fast. They came for highlight photos. We handed out lessons in class.
Belt to ass, run it up, run it past. They came for fun, we came to last. Every drill, every rep, now it's payback, payback. You don't rise to the moment, you fall to your habits. Yeah. Belt to ass, run it up, run it past. They came to last.